And welcome to Touch Base Daily on the Move. And today is the last day in my apartment. And I just wanted to share it with you. The last sunset from this vantage point. And I'm here. And I just wanted to, for some reason, this StreamYard is maybe messed up because of the AWS problems today. But I can't get my camera to flip over. I can't get it to go sideways. And that is a problem. But anyway, it is over. There's no furniture. The furniture is gone. The furniture is gone. But we got a beautiful sunset coming in. Look at that beautiful sunset. My last sunset. Who's in the building? Who's in the building? I'm on my chair. Let me just roll over. Oops, let me see. Can I roll over? Here we go, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. The beauty of the city. There's my hallway, totally empty. Got my blue, what do I call it? What's that thing called? Man, my brain is frozen. I'm tired. I'm so exhausted. I am so exhausted, but I don't know why I can't turn my phone in landscape mode. Usually you can just pick and go landscape, but it doesn't come up on this one today. I don't know why. I don't know why. But anyway, let me give you a shot of the back camera. There we go. Look at that. It's a beautiful sunset in New York, in downtown Brooklyn. Look at that sunset. And look at the light. I love the way the light, you see the way the light is casting on the buildings. Yes. So let me give you a walkthrough while I have light in the bedroom because there's no lights in the bedroom. So anyway, let me show you what I've been doing. So I still have to clean out the sink counter, but my clocks are gone, everything's gone. Closets are totally empty. Hey, Chris R is in the building. What's up, Chris R? So anyway, and the bathroom, I gotta take down that stuff in a little bit. But the bedroom is totally, look at this. I can't believe I'm doing this. Look at this. Totally empty, except for my shirt, a couple of brooms I'm gonna clean up in a moment. But the closets are totally empty. My closets have not been like this in 30 years almost. Look at that. Look at that. Yep. This chapter is ending and ending fast. But I have to say, I love my apartment. Let me show you the view. The view from my bedroom is a little different. The angle's a little different. And best wishes. She says, best wishes. Thank you, Chris R. But I just wanted to share the sunset with you guys because you guys have been so supportive. You've been praying for me and sending me words of encouragement. This has been definitely a trying time. And it's been torture. It's so much work. It is so much work to move. And I didn't realize how much work it really is until now because when I moved into this apartment, Adrian and his boys moved me in. He and his buddies. I didn't do anything. But this time, and I'm 61 years old, man, look at that. The walls are empty. My mirrors are gone. The pictures are gone. I left the track light for the client, for the new buyer, in case they wanted the track light. And then I left these for my broker. So my broker has that. He said, I sold my condo a year ago. Really, Chris? So you know what I'm going through. You can identify. This is stuff that's going to Adrian's. This all right here is on the floor. This is empty. I'm going to start putting this stuff in there. If I have everything, then I'm going to toss some stuff in the garbage, never to be seen again. But it's such a beautiful day. So, Chris, you know what I'm going through. How was it for you? How was it for you? How long did you live in your condo before you sold it? I'm all in your business. I'm all in your business. Yes, but look at that. Isn't it a beautiful view? Isn't that a beautiful view? Look at that sky. We got good clouds. You know, for photographers, we love good clouds. Look at these clouds. Look at the glow behind the buildings, and you get some beautiful silhouettes. Yeah. So, but look at that. The sky is so beautiful. Let me get that the light bulb is showing. Yeah, and fall is coming. See, I only lived at that spot for 5 years. 5 years, 30 years. It's the same for me. As in the intensity to move is no joke. This is my favorite avenue, which is my across the street is my wonderful Connecticut muffins where I used to work out from. And I used to run downstairs to just get my city bike. No longer will I be hopping on my city bike and just driving everywhere I want to go. Oh, look at the sun. Look at the reflections. Can I zoom in? Hold on a sec. Can I zoom in? Let me see if I can zoom in on my camera. Back dual camera, back telephoto camera. Let's see. Let's see, will that work? Okay. It doesn't work. Oh yeah, it is closer. Yeah, you can see it. Okay, it is. You see that? Look at the Empire State Building. Isn't that beautiful? You see the reflections? I love this time of the year. You get these beautiful reflections. Look at the cloud cover hovering over the city. It's so beautiful tonight. So glad to be able to share it with you guys. It's my last night here. It's my last night was my last night sleeping here. And today is the last night of being here. And then on Wednesday is the closing. And you want to hear something? So, Chris, you want to hear something? Oh man, Chris, holy moly! Let me get my cat. Let me put this camera back on me. I mean, you know what? I can't believe how much half my money, half of what I sold the apartment for, is going to everybody else. The lawyers, the taxes, the co-op board, the lawyer for all the researches and all the what do you call it, and research and looking up this and looking at that and data, and I mean so much money. It's almost literally half, almost half. It's 60, I say 40%, 45%, 40 to 45%. You don't even get to see. You don't get to see capital gains, flip tax, co-op board. I mean, everybody is getting a piece of the action. I am not happy. I was like, well, but I still, at least I'm still walking away with a good penny. But let me tell you, when I saw them take half the brokerage fee, the co-op, the brokerage of fee and the co-op alone was $85,000. What the hell? What did no? My broker did work hard. My broker did work hard, but I hate the fact that I have to give it to the co-op. The co-op did nothing. The co-op did nothing. Why should I be giving the co-op money for selling my apartment? And all the fees that they charge to do it. Y'all, but I'm never ever joining a co-op ever again. I'm never doing a condo again. I am never doing what do they call them, H something R's. It was H. You know, where you have to do the same thing with condos. You gotta make sure you go with the bylaws of the community, and they check on everything you're doing, and no privacy, and then they raise the rates and all that stuff. One of the reasons why I left this apartment is that in 3 years my maintenance went up 28%. I was like, that's unacceptable. I can't be a senior citizen and older, and that happens on a fixed income. Where do you get 28% on a fixed income? I was like, I'm done. America is just everywhere I turn in America, it was just simply take, 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 take. Take. Hey, Kimmy's in the building. What's up, Kimmy? Kimmy's in the building. Kimmy's in the building. Kimmy's in the building. So I had to pop on. I had to pop on. And then you know the rule. If you're in the building, hit the lights. It lets people know we're here. Okay, look at the sunset. I want you to see how the sun is streaming through the buildings. Watch this. Look at this. I love this. I took photos of it, but I'll take some photos. I'm gonna get my other camera and take some photos. But look at this. Look at that. Look at that. You see how you get the glow? And then look at this one. Look at how the glow is off the building. Look at that. Man, I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss these views. It's almost like I always call them like these are the heavenly clouds. Look at the heavenly clouds. Okay, I'm gonna roll over here and I am going to, you see me rolling around. And for those that missed, you can see me in the mirror. I'm going to grab my camera because I want to take some photos while I'm doing this. So grabbing my camera, getting the camera out, and getting some photos in. Let me set up the camera. I could put this close to me because I want to get nice wide angles. Gonna cut this baby on, and then what I'm going to end up doing? Look at that glow. Look at that glow. And so I'm going to open up this window. Hopefully the shade won't fall out. There we go. It is extremely breezy in New York today. Look at that. Look at the reflections. The reflections is what it's all about. Look at that. Okay, it's time to take some photos. Are you guys enjoying this? Are you guys enjoying this? Look at that. Oh, let me set this in the middle and get this right in the right spot. Okay, there we go. There we go. I don't need that 1000. Let's bring down that ISO. Let's bring down that ISO. Yeah, look at those silhouettes. It's all about the silhouettes, y'all. It's all about the silhouettes. Look at that. See? See here? Silhouettes. Look at that. It's all about the silhouettes. Look at that. My last shots. You guys are witnessing my last shots. Look at that. Look at that shot, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, let me even it up. Here we go. Can you see that? Look at that. Beautiful. That glow is so good. That glow is so good. Hold on, let me get a handle on my camera. I don't want the camera to go down. Here we go. Here's another shot. You can see. Here we go. Let's see what we got there. Let's see. Let's get that focus. Automatic focus is on. Look, nice. Okay, let's see. Hold on a second. Let me make sure all my buttons are right. Okay, everything is good. Active. And okay, so let's try it again. Let's get some more shots in here, y'all. Let's get some more shots in here. Okay. She says, right? You're getting to see me in action, right? This is how I do it. This is how I do it. Look at that. I lean it so that way it keeps it from vibrating and it keeps all the motion very steady. And then I just focus and then I shoot. Look at that. Look at those shots. Let me see if it gets clear. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Let me get in there. Hold on a second. Okay, it's got to focus. There we go. There we go. You can see a little bit. It's a little blurry. There we go. There we go. Now, let's see. Oh, look what's going on uptown. Look what's going on uptown. Look at the glow. Look at the glow. I'm getting blessed tonight. I'm getting blessed tonight, y'all. Look at that. Look at that glow. Woo! Look at that glow. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. Nice. You see that? Oh, excuse me. Sunsets seem to be more fiery orange as of late. Yeah. Look at that. And look, the clouds. You know, clouds add the drama. You need clouds. Clouds make pictures. Don't 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 believe the hype when people say, "Oh, it's a beautiful, bright, sunny day with no clouds. That's a great day for photos." Not. We love clouds. Okay, so now you guys gonna see me do something. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, hold on. Let me get it lined up. Here we go. There you go. You see that? Nice. That is the um, Vanderbilt building. It's called Summit, the Summit, and then we have the J.P. Morgan building to the right. J.P. Morgan at the right. So let me just get those in here. Let me get those shots nice and clean. Nice. I'm getting that's gonna look really good. Good shots. That's the Pencil building right there. That's the Pencil building. Most people don't like it in New York. Then look at the reflections off the buildings here in man. Oh, let me see. There we go. This is in Williamsburg. Hold on a second. There we go. Williamsburg here in Brooklyn. Right? There we go. And look at that again. It's about this glow. Look at this. Look at this glow off the building right there. Look at that. I love this. You see that? You see that glow? Hold on a second. Let me get it. Let me get it again. It's all about that glow. Let me get that glow in there. Look at that. You see that glow? Nice. A beautiful evening, y'all. Thank you for sharing it with me. Thank you for sharing. Look at that. Let's get the World Trade Center in there. Let's get some World Trade Center shots in. Okay, here we go. We're gonna get some World Trade Center shots. As in the, there we go. Here we go. I'm gonna have to look at that. Look at this. You see that? Look at that. Ooh, look at that wind. That wind is bad. Look at that. There we go. You see my little red cursor? It's in the right spot. Look at that. Look how the clouds are around it, the top of it. Okay, so now I'm going to change in my zoom, bring it in a little bit since I want to get more of the skyline there. Look at that. Look at that. This is my last one. These are my last shots from this vantage point. Look at that. Beautiful, right? Look at that. Okay, there we go. And now I'm just taking lots of shots, right? I won't see this shot. I won't see this view again. Look at that. And you're joining me. Ooh, okay. Now we're about to do what's called cloud porn. You ever heard cloud porn? Look at the clouds. Okay, I'm going to show you what I mean by cloud porn. Some of us photographers, we love cloud porn. And there we go. Watch, hold on a second. Let me get that. I went the wrong way. Here we go. Okay, look at the cloud porn. I'm going to show you in a moment, okay? Look at that. Look at that. And just go up and just get the clouds. Look at that. There we go. It's a little tricky there. You got to put it on a point there. And then hold it, focus, and then go like that. Look at that. Look at the cloud. Look at those clouds. The sky is so beautiful. I'm going to have to speed up my shutter. Speed up my shutter a little bit to compensate for my one hand. There we go. Look at this, y'all. Look at that. Look at that cloud. Look at that cloud. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. This is all about the cloud porn, y'all. Cloud porn. Look it up. You'll be surprised. People love cloud porn. Okay, there we go. Look at the Game of Thrones building. The Game of Thrones. We call it that here in Clinton Hill. People are like, why did they build that skyscraper? But look at the colors of the clouds. Look at that. Here we go. Look at this one. Look. That makes a good scarf. Look at that. Look at that. You hear the church bells, y'all? You hear the church bells? Look at that. Look at that. Nice. Hey, Bryson. I see you, Bryson. We're doing some cloud porn. Here we go. Hold on a second. Let me get in there. Let me get the focus on right. Let me get the focus. There we go. Focus. There we go. Nice. Good job. Okay. So now I'm going to come out a little bit. I'm going to zoom back, come back in a little bit so I can get more clouds in there with some buildings. See, look at that. And what we call this, when you see those black buildings, that's called silhouetting. Those silhouettes. But look at the clouds tonight. You guys are joining me on a right night with these clouds. Look at the clouds. These clouds are off the chain. Holy moly, you can see it like that. Look at that. Okay. Okay. I think that's enough of the photography. But I'm going to give you guys now a look at the sky from the video point of view. Look at that sky. This is why we do cloud porn. Because you never know. Okay, I'm going to zoom in with a telescopic lens. And look at that. Look at that. You see? That is beautiful. The cloud against look at that. So beautiful. Beautiful skies, y'all. Beautiful skies. Look at that. Beautiful silhouette. Changes so fast from when you started, right? It's amazing how fast the sky changes. Look at that. Look at that. It changes so fast. Look at that. And I'm usually moving all around to catch it. To catch it. So this is my last view, y'all, and I'm glad that I'm sharing it with you. Oh, look at the clouds over here. Look at the clouds over here. Look at those clouds. Look at that orange spot, and then that clean, nice, clear eye above above the summit. Nice, right? That's a good shot, y'all. Maybe I should use. I'm not gonna get that glow like I wanted. But look at the also there's the Hudson Yards behind the Brooklyn Navy Yard. So glad you guys had a chance to join me. For those that are just joining me, the house is empty. The house is empty. Oh, so we go. There we go. Hold on a second. The house is empty. There's nothing here. My plant is for my broker. Shoot, he doesn't need my boy. He doesn't need my plant. He just got $48,000. He just got $48,000. Putting his business out in the street. I know that's not good. That's not good. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay, so we're just gonna sit back and catch the final of the sunset, and then I'm gonna let you guys go. Let's roll. Let's roll back. Let's roll back. Look at that. I want to cut this light off so you won't get any glare. And I'm going to cut this light off so you won't get any glare. Okay, let's cut this light off. No glare. And this is why I lived here for so long. Look at the colors. These colors tonight are awesome. Awesome. Changes so fast from where you started. Kim says gorgeous. See, see? I had to share it with you guys. I had to. I couldn't just. First of all, I didn't get a chance to see you guys because Touch Base Daily this week is kind of like abbreviated. And I said, I have to come on at least once a day, some time of the day. Probably this week will be in the evenings, but maybe tomorrow will be on the regular time. I think it'll be regular tomorrow because I'll be already settled in my new space. Because tonight I'll be working on that and probably get up early in the morning to do that. And, but yeah, check it out. So that is the western sky. Say what, please? And then you got these down here. And So I guess you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this time together. It is an honor to be able to share it with you. You help me every day. Kimmy says, cool. I will be looking to see if you come on. Yeah, tomorrow I should be on. I mean, today was this weekend. Woo, it was Saturday was the big moving day. Let me just switch this camera around. Saturday was the big moving day. Oops, let me just, Saturday was the big moving day. And it was a lot of work, y'all. It was a lot of work between getting this apartment ready for the movers. Then, when the movers did get here, then packing it into the garage and make sure it's in the garage organized in an organized fashion. Then also, I had to come back that evening to get things ready for today because tomorrow the buyer comes in and does do their inspection. And I want to make it look nice, and so yeah, yeah, I'm gonna try to get this all cleaned up and make the house look beautiful. Pack the stuff away. I'm gonna make sure everything's in the garbage. That needs to go to garbage. What I did not like about this last process is that there's so much to do, so many things to do, and you're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? What do I do? What can I say? What can I? What do I give away? I gave my bike away to my custodian. I gave pictures away to friends. I gave my orchid away to my best friend. I gave my big tree to another friend. It's been nonstop for the last 5 days. I am exhausted. I am ugh, mentally exhausted. My bones hurt. I am stiff. I'm in pain. And then I'm mentally going through all this craziness, right? Katie says, "Oh, my last move, I developed a migraine. Really? I have. This is my first time moving in 30 years. And like I said, when I moved last time, Adrian and his band of young folks, they moved me into this apartment. I just had to just say, okay, the box goes there, the box goes there, put that in the next room, put that in the kitchen. That's all I did." They packed up the old brownstone I lived in, and then they came over here and unpacked and they did everything. And Adrian was disappointed that he couldn't do it. Adrian had to be with Nancy for a family gathering. He was like, "Pop, I'm so sorry that I'm not there with you." And I was like, "I'm sorry that you're not here either, because this was work. I'm gonna feel this for days." And but it's worth it. It's worth it. I'm just gonna just take the year off and do nothing but touch base daily. I'm gonna dedicate my time to travel, dedicate my time in giving you guys information to help you navigate this new world we live in. And anything I find out along the way, I'm gonna be sharing it on my page. Make sure you go to a nomadic photographer on Instagram, and that way we can get that feed up to 1,000. Right now, we're creeping. We're at 772 right now, and if we can get that to 1,000, then I can do live videos on that Instagram page. But right now, I can't do it. I have to do it on Ron Lewis Photos on everything. So let's get that up there, and so that we can share what's going on in this as we travel. And guys, if you have any questions along the way, make sure you and ask questions. I am here for you. I am here to help you navigate these traveling world, these trust these traveling waters. So do that. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. It is 7:20. It is. I've been on here 29 minutes and 24 seconds. I want to hit it on the 30 mark. Guys, thank you so much for your prayers. Thank you for all that you've done to help me get through this process. I could not have done this journey without you. This community, Chris, Gwendolyn, all of you have held it down. I am blessed for every single one of you. I could not have done it without you. So I'm going to close out with Scenes from the Sky. Here we go. See you later, guys. Hello, and thank you for joining us today. Make sure you